Okay. So I heard you guys wanted an art stream tonight. Okay. So I'm not the best. I'm also not the worst. But I figured it would be nice to do kind of a different kind of learning stream with you guys tonight. Okay, so here you see my amazing Photoshop workstation. I have a brand new canvas open because we're going to start something totally new. I also need to do some different versions using the base that I made last night, but I wanted to do something a little different. So the nice thing about the XP Pen tablet monitor that I got is it came with 2 pins. So both of them were allegedly fully charged. Of course I use all my devices until they die before charging, especially when they're new. Cat, stop it. So noisy. But yeah, I have the second one charged just in case, because I'm not sure how long they last. I was definitely drawing quite a lot last night. So hopefully it'll last a little while. But yeah, you can see here some of the stuff that I was doing last night. I keep these open just so I could grab some easy swatch colors and also use them as a style reference as needed. And you can see like everything isn't crystal clear, especially because these are shrink down. They're supposed to be like teeny tiny, and they get even more clear the smaller you make them. There is some smoothing that I'm using on the brush, which makes things a little wavy when I'm being not particularly careful with them, but I don't care. These are so tiny it doesn't even matter. They're all just for emotes. It's not like they're going on shirts, and if they are, I would need to vector them anyway. This is all raster art. So without further ado, let's find our reference. So our model is going to be our friend, the salad cat. Oh, poor cat. Just can't eat its salad in peace. So I've been kind of going through all the different emotes that I want to make, just because I, number one, have no life, and number two, I just really like making emotes. Let's do this. So step one is embiggen whatever reference you're using. Very helpful. I try to maximize the canvas size when I'm doing a trace over like this. Doesn't mean that it's going to be exactly like this, but I still want to get it as close as possible. Maybe a little bit smaller just to make room for her hair, and I could always change it however needed. Okay, so we want to get his essence down, which means we're going to change the opacity on him to very light, create a brand new layer after finalizing him. And for these, I use a blue. For anyone who has done any sort of comic ink work, you know why I like to do my drafts in blue. For those who don't, traditionally you use a blue pencil to do all of your rough work because it doesn't show up in final print. It also just looks nice and makes a very, very easy base sketch to then draw on top of, because it's not going to interfere with your final black lines. It's also a little less intimidating. It lets you kind of just go with the flow of whatever you're drawing. Of course, this is going to be different because this is a complete trace over instead of just being an original sketch like these guys were. So if you're just learning Photoshop, this is a nice little stream for you, because you don't really have to be good at art. You just have to have a good reference and learn how to trace over. So first of all, I want to see if shortcuts work in here. Yes. Okay, so you can hold Shift and that will lock in the position. You could do it like any direction, but we're not. We just need that first line. It's very helpful for roughing, and it just keeps everything nice and straight when you hold Shift and then use the brush tool. I like it better than the line tool, because then you don't have to change a bunch of settings. You could still continue working with the brush that you have. Okay, and now I am moving to the pen. Just checking a couple things. I have up here, you can see the brush is set to a hard brush. This is something that is going to change its width depending on the pressure. And over here, checking my eraser, I could probably, yeah, use a bigger eraser. Let's make it double size. Okay. So again, for this, you just kind of trace over everything. Just don't worry about it. Can actually use a little larger brush when I get into it. But normally for eyes, mouth, all this, you could just use very small kind of thing, just so you don't lose any of your details. I'm gonna make this guy a little bit darker just because it's kind of pale and a little harder to see the details in his mouth. Make sure that I'm on the right layer here. See just how quickly little base work can go. And tracing. So I don't think I'm gonna have the salad and all of that going on, but this is purely block those out so we can turn off that layer and really see the heart of what we're working with here. Okay, so for cat girl, of course we're gonna have like a little bit more hair here, but we don't want to overdo it. Like, it still needs to be identifiable as its meme format. Yes. Just get her essence in here. Very good. very, very good. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. Back in here to the eraser. And just do some light cleanup. Also slightly change the ears because on Mikote a little further back. Got all messy, so I'm just going to do a quick redraw. That's too clean. So fix this up a little bit. I feel like our nose needs to be a little bit higher. Stunning. Now for a little more cleanup, I'm going to work on the side hair. And this is just messy drafting. It's not supposed to be anything super perfect, but it still helps to have some things refined. Just so you have a good idea of where the real lines are going to go. Should I have a neck? Should she have a neck? To stretch her a little bit, just to fill the space. Can't remember all my deselect commands and things, so... Oh my god, please, just let me do the thing. Okay, back to work. See, less emphasis on perfection this way, and you just need to really plan the sketch. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Holding shift this time, so make sure I don't stretch it any further. Don't need to stretch it. Just need it bigger. Okay, new layer. And here, choose black. This is where things get fun. So I'm going to go in here and make it huge. You can see how messy the sketch is. We don't care. We literally do not care. Make sure it's on pen setting. Let's see how big the brush is. That is great. And remember, do all the lines on a completely separate layer. I do a lot of manual fill work on these, just because I'm not good enough with shortcuts yet. To take advantage of like region fill, magic wanding. All that good stuff. Since I'm working with such small pieces, it doesn't really matter anyway. Do that straighter. Too chonk. Again, changing the design slightly because it's Mikote. Ugly lines. You can see the pen lag that I get whenever my lines are too long. And same thing here. Hold shift. Nope. Nope. It'll make it across the finish line eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. Wow! 17 years later, it will undo. And before Photoshop crashes and I lose all my work. I have no idea why it does that. I certainly have enough processing power in Photoshop. Oh no. Oh, it's trying. It's trying very hard. Come on, thing. Just undo. Just stop trying and undo. I'll have to use a line tool for this. Unless I go very small, which probably the better option. Snail race. One thing. 12 hours later. Come on. I just... It's like worse than watching a progress bar. Because I'm sitting here nervous that I'm going to lose all my work. Photoshop crashes, we are fucked. Oh, okay, we're back. Maybe. Possibly. Okay, okay, okay. There. Let's save. Just in case. Okay, Mr. Meme. Let's make you spool. Draw very fast. Yes, that went much better. All the spells make small. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's like everything else is fine. It's just when the stroke is too long, it starts getting super laggy. And it may just simply be the brush settings that I have. Could be a little too fine what my stuff is capable of. No, I said turn back. Pin. Just trying to hide that. Oh my god. Is it going to be a fight for the line? Ah! Too far. Did not mean to erase that. See if I was working in vector with the pen. I didn't have to worry about all this stuff, but it's been so long since I've used the damn pen tool. I don't even want to deal with it right now. Exploring some more. See what other garbage we can find. Angles all wrong. And disable the blue layer. And it's starting to look like a tasty little emote. Imagine that. So just making more layers here for the base colors. What I'm going to do first is slight recoloring of the line art. So for this, you want to use this right here, lock it. This will restrict coloring to any live pixels on that layer, so isolating the line art is super nice for the next step, because we're going to go here into our brush tool, hold Alt, grab the dark green. Why are you hidden? Over here. Fine, be a jerk. There we go. It was just off pin. It's so easy to lose track of what I'm in when everything looks similar. Okay. Making sure I'm on line art layer. And we're just going to paint with this green. Remember, it's only limited to the line art, but we still have to be cautious to not color the other line art around the eyes. Also being cautious about the line lag. All those little cursor ghosts go away. I just like painting over them while I'm not resizing or anything, so I know it's taken care of. What else do I need? Oh, I didn't do the face lines. I need to do the face lines. I think I'll just freehand those. Let's do another layer. This way I don't have to care as much because it'll be on a separate layer. So if I mess up, I can just erase directly on here. Very good. Could argue that these should be shorter. Yes? No? No. Better? Yes. Yes. Much better. Okay, I need a nose color, which I should be able to grab from the hand over here. Carefully click on line art. I remember this layer is still locked. Or should I leave that black? It'll be more noticeable if it's black. We'll leave that one black. And all this hair can be recolored. See all the stuff I missed at this size. Makes it infinitely easier to make sure I've covered all the line art this way, and I can just pick up this color, fix everything while I'm here. Spread it out a little bit. Very minor stuff that no one's going to notice. Again, the face lines are on a completely separate layer. I usually do the eyes and mouth also on separate layers. That way I can disable them and paint behind whenever I'm doing any sort of emote. Because you never know what you're going to be able to reuse. Even rotating and zooming emotes that are already made can make new ones and save you time. That line is always black on my art. And anything that's overlapping with something that's the same color, unless it's the face. I like to do a darker version of that color. So things like the hair is the same color as the ears, it's the same color as the inner ear. Over here we use pink for the very, very inner ear, but we're not going to be high detail in here because it's a meme. And the cat is all one color initially. in the original picture, of course, because it's a white cat. So we're trying to mimic that here, just removing as much of the different colors as possible while still distinctly keeping it true to my original character, Do Not Steal. I always forget which color I'm working with. Doesn't matter if it's been seconds or minutes. Does not matter. And remember, side of the face is not going to be recolored. So we go down here. The inner hair, the bottom first. It's kind of a tricky way to color, isn't it? Yeah! And just like that, looks like we have all of our lines ready. Takes almost 0 time. I'm sure if I was more practiced it would be a lot faster. I've grabbed 2 shortcuts and things. I'm not that good. I'm simply not that good. Okay, so face lines, we will do another... I use B for base, S for shadow, and H for highlight, just so I don't have to type as much. You can also group these layers as you get into more complex things. That way all of your hair is in one folder, all your skin is in one folder. I know that when I get into the larger works and cutting and things, I'm gonna have to do all of that all over again. Okay. So let's start with the bottom layer, which is going to be skin. Just grabbing some skin here. Make sure that I'm in pin. And we're going to make this bigger to save some time. When I say bigger, I mean bigger. To save some time. We're not going to be reusing this base for anything, so it just needs to be colored. Taking care to lift up my pen very frequently. And we're just going to give her some white clothing, since that's a thing. Make sure I've covered all of the hair edges, just because that stuff drives me crazy. Normally I would go in and erase these, but we literally do not care. Okay, hair base. I'm going to do something a little different. Because we're trying to make her look all one color except for distinct features, I am using her light hair color. It is much closer to her skin tone. It's something that I didn't do on the normal emotes because, you know, you want each feature to stand out quite a lot more. I may even need to recolor the lines just because they are so dark. Remember that time when we spent so much time being careful with the edges of the hair only to recolor it? Oh no. Look, we completely missed that little bit of line. There's already some stuff that I need to fix. And here, just Easier to use a smaller brush, that way I'm not having to erase a ton. I can still check things by using the toggle, disable. It's still going to be hard to see if I've painted over on the skin, even if I do miss something. It's more the outer bounds, like out of bounds space around the outside of her head that I need to worry about. Now I'm starting to wonder if I should just use the dark color for her hair. Because it's so pale. It's just so pale. It's so incredibly pale. Her skin is darker than her hair, and that's very Trumpian of her. Okay, let's just see. So I'm going to lock this flan again. Go in here and use a big fat brush. This is even easier to see if I need to undo. And just... Does that look better? I think it looks better. Yeah! And then we can see what I need to erase down here. Not quite. But I toggled off the lock. I'm just working on touch-up stuff here. Didn't get quite close enough to some lines. So that's because I was using the big fat paintbrush. It's very good at missing boundaries. Just doing these to make sure everything is clean. Out of these, it kind of looks like there's a little bit flying off and out of bounds, so I'm just double checking. That's a lot more distinct. It's a whole lot more distinct. just going to stay on the face lines layer for these. I need a dark inside of mouth color, which we haven't exactly had to use yet. I need to be very dark. Yes. Still locked, good. Did I miss anywhere else? I don't think so. Everything else is just the very choppy eraser effect. That was bothering me. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just because of the pressure, it was a little too thin on that side. Okay, now we're going to grab clothing. It's very simple clothing, so no stress really. Again, those cursor ghosts don't actually exist. Just nice artifacting. I've gotten it like every version of Photoshop, every system I've ever used, and I'm not sure why. I got to do the table. So we need a totally different color for this. Let's do it dark to start. Again, you can just region fill. This is just I'm lazy. I don't like constantly changing between tools. And something like this is just so simple. And this also helps me see where the hair ran out of bounds. Base, eraser. Goodbye hair. Any other hair that I need to care about? No. Back here. The darker shadow color because it looks like her head is kind of floaty right now. Lock onto this layer. This is fix the skin. What did I do? I changed the project. Are you locked? Huh, maybe I just simply didn't paint far enough. Yep, that is exactly what happened. Fixed now. It's kind of random shape. So it's kind of like her head shadow, her hair shadow, and of course boobs. Boobs would be all further out. Back in here, we need a light wood color. I'm going to use a new layer for this. Typing with my left hand is fun. Or so I've heard. Yes. You see, as it gets small, all that stuff kind of goes away. Which makes me wonder if I should just use larger brush, so you can actually kind of see the wood texture. Decisions. Decisions. Yep, I think I'm going to do over. What is the frickin' deselect shortcut? I don't remember. Copy word. Select. Deselect. Control D. Okay. Control D. Wow! Magic! We're learning. Imagine that deselect would be Control D. Okay, let's fatten. Of course, I just want to mask this off. But that's fine. See, I'm hoping that'll show up a little bit better. Because at about that size, it does look like stuff, and you can tell that it's just like a wood texture, which is perfect. And here it still looks clean. Which I can't imagine ever needing this bigger than that. Yes. Okay, and you'll notice that we still have space around the outside of it. This is just a working canvas. It's not actually the final emote size or anything. So one more step here. Show the background, grab the paint bucket tool, fill it. And this is just to check the outer bounds to make sure that it wasn't messy with the hair or anything, and to fix things like that. So go in here, put this, go back to hair base, color, color. Anything else very glaring? That looks like it. Wood is fine. Eyes are fine. Face is fine, which is surprising. Usually the pale colors are the ones that you can't see very well. Oh, where's my subplot? Yes. She is perfect. She is beauty, she is grace. I love her. Okay, so Salad Cat is saved. Going to open. I have 2 stacked files. One is the Discord format, and the other is for Twitch. So this is a Twitch one. These I keep at full size, like you can see right here. So I should have copied, it did not. Go back here. So copy merge, it's Shift Control C. Let me go in here. Paste it. Transform, hold Shift, that way it's not getting stretched. Shrink, 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 shrink. So ideally you want it to be just in bounds. I think that is as close as it's going to get. It's very, very good. So just trying to get a balance because there's a lot of space there, but there's that ear tip. And all that we're gaining is more space here for more black ear tip. So this is very nice and balanced. So we apply it. And we are going to save it as salad. No. Try to be good about naming my layers, but it doesn't always work that way. Now, for Discord, things are a little different. These I haven't been naming because I realized last night, oh, I should just make bigger ones for Discord. Meh. So hide that one. And transforming this. So for these, I try to make them a little bit larger just so they're more expressive. If you're using Discord mobile, these end up being huge in chat, but if you're on PC, they're very, 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 very small. And it's very, 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 very annoying. So I just try to maximize their appearance sometimes. Like here, you know what the meme is. Do you need the table? No. Do you need all the ears? Probably not. Like the face is much more important. So just trying to balance it. Don't need all that hair, don't need all that hair. That gives us an ear, and the face is more centered like this. So I'm calling this good. Apply. Got to save it as PNG because I'm very smart. not going to add her back in because she saved in the dummy thing and I'll just copy it over. But I didn't want to mess up my file there. Salad cat. Just bring the background back. Do this a color. Should I do like a blue, maybe? Control D is already select, because we are smart. Yes, that stands out very well. I'm just going to be very lazy and do a screen grab of this. Just gonna throw it up on Twitter as soon as I find my tweet. Wow, thanks Twitter cropping. Clearly her mouth is the most important part of that picture. Oh my god. Dying. Actually dying. Just adding it on Discord real fast. Holy shit. Emote. That's just priceless. Priceless. Oh my goodness. I'm dying. Changing music. Some of those lo-fi tracks are a little repetitive. Wait, why am I not getting chat messages in here? And hi, Nine. I officially hate the way that YouTube integrates with everything. There we go. For some reason it wasn't showing any of your chat. I had to like leave live and come back and have it yell at me about like already being live. I did not shadow ban you. You're here now. Apparently, setting up a scheduled stream and leaving it there did not actually update anything but show me the live stream when I went live. Thanks, YouTube. Goodness. Alright, we have Salad Cat. Twitch, give me my fucking channel back. I know. Alright, what other oddball stuff do we have on the list? We have... Oh, I want to do the glasses one for sure. Cat in a Hat. Cat in a Hat is an oddball that we can completely just draw. Vuln stacks. Fuck. Oh, okay. I feel like this one just has to live here now. I feel like this is an amazing swatch. Just making a nice little collage. If we get DMCA'd from this, I swear. Let's change it just in case. Just in case. Let's go back to non-vocal. Okay. Hat Cat. So, same thing as last time, start with a blank layer on here. Then we're going to change this to a not teal, actual blue color. This is just to kind of mimic the sketching that you do for comic art. Just to get the rough outline of what you want. And it's a whole lot less stressful than like the harsh black lines. Think about it, like if you're just sketching, you're probably not going to use some crazy bleeding ink pen on shitty paper that's just going to get everywhere, and when you mess up, you're going to just like redraw. Like doing it in blue, it keeps it nice and pastel, and it's a little easier to see like the shapes of things versus using fat black. Let's make sure we're on the pen. And let's see, I need a reference. Should we do a fedora or a trilby? I like how the first question result was, what is the difference between a fedora and trilby? Ugh. Why is it showing me witch hats? These are not fedoras. Alright, well, let's find a nice side view of one of these ugly fucking hats. I feel like I'm being put on some sort of a watch list by repeatedly searching different fedoras and trophies. Why is it showing me Panama hats? These are not fedoras. Google, stop trying to steer me in the correct direction. Don't you know we're garbage? Manhattan fedora. That's a fucking trilby. Debated. Fedora hat min, and it totally looks like a milady in the stock image. Wow. How dare you show me a picture of Indiana Jones? How dare you? Okay, that's tilted a little too much. Armani. Alright, should we steal the Armani hat? So I feel like this is the thing that can happen. Thanks to the magic of the internet. Transform! Rotate 180! Yeah! Alright, right, transform. Yeah, we're gonna stretch this thing. This is something that literally all artists do because we're lazy as fuck. Let's do like some balancing sort of thing. I feel like having it angled a little will be cute. Just lets us stretch a little bit more. Still trying to stay in bounds. That's good. I like it. I accept. Okay, let's chill that thing out a bit. Go to a new one, line art. Actually, let's just call it blue. We're not at line art yet. I don't normally name the blue, but I should get into the habit since I'm going to be doing bigger stuff pretty soon here. Okay, so for this, again, it's just messy, making sure I'm on the pin setting. So you don't really care. Just go through very quickly to define the shape. You can see here there's a little lip. And that. And burp, burp. Yes? Just making sure that we have the anatomy correct here. And yeah, it looks fine. We have a hat. There is a hat. So just some adjustment here. Yes, very good. And I was talking about just doing ears, but I'd be able to do a little bit more than just ears. That is entirely the wrong angle. Say normalize, but meh. Need a bigger eraser. Let's erase! Get out of here! Where's Cactus? This was his emote. See, it looks kind of awkward because now it's like everything is way, 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 way bigger than the hat. So I'm just going to do one of these, one of these, one of these. Let me do the thing. Do the thing. This is very awkward. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. See, it's so wide. Why do you hate me? Maybe I could, like, space filler? Space filler? Will this work? Is this the thing? Is this Dewey? Is Cattail the tech? It is very bad. I think this will work if the tail ends up looking like a tail when it's like that big. It does! You can tell! It's cat ears and a tail. Okay, okay, we're in business. We're in fucking business. Okay. Line art. We're doing it. You can hear into black. Smaller. Broosh. 20? 20. Okay. Making sure I'm on the right layer. Making sure I'm on pen setting, because that gets very annoying very quickly when you're not. And just draw very quickly here. Now let's see if we can't straighten this out. Nope. Nope. Better. So angry at this one. Need to shrink the eraser again. None of this is very clean yet. Oh my god. Continuing lines is like the hardest thing when they're curving. Oh, 9. If you need any emotes for anything, let me know. Just that way I can get the extra practice in. Don't necessarily have to do them right now. I just mean like generally for whatever. If you don't use them, you don't use them. That's fine. I will not be offended. It's just, if you like something for something, let me know. Add them to the old work list. Small amount of cleanup. Just at the macro level. I can clean up the tail tip probably, hopefully, maybe. God help me. But this was the worst idea. Curves, I swear, are the worst thing. You probably should get emotes, but you've been paying. You've been paying me a sub, and I barely stream. I can't even stream right now. I should put a frickin' jailbreak countdown timer on my stream here. Days until freed from Monkatos jail. I need to start making up stories about why I was banned too. That should be my big comeback, right? You see, it all started when Cactus and Salty wanted to meet up in Tijuana because we took the hot tub shitposting a little too far. Still want smaller eraser. I wish there was a faster, easier, more brainless way for me to do this. I should also change this mode to brush and pray. 20. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it stops doing the hard edge thing. Yeah, that's much better. Why didn't I do that earlier? I am smart. I have very high IQ. Just making things nice and smooth and cat-like. instead of lumpy and potato-like. I mean, that's true. That is also true. Warhammer figures don't pay for themselves, man. Hobbyist helping hobbyist. I still have my little houses sitting next to me. I did not expect them to arrive so soon. I have my glue and everything now. I was gonna break things out last night and then I got distracted making a fuckload of emotes, I guess. I like it. Come on, don't. Okay, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. That is very good, in fact. Back to pen tool. Go down here. Just wanted to have more space to actually make things happen down at the bottom. I try to not have a bunch of gaps in emotes. It just, If they go over the side, then that's a style thing. But I try to fill up the maximum space. Without it looking like it got cropped off. 'Cause that's dumb and so am I. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised, sir. That's how things go around here. That's been like all my nail stuff too. I just have a fabric bin that I put like all my different nail foils and jewels and paints and whatever else in. When they get here, I'm like, oh sweet, this guy here, and then just put it in the bin. Like, someday I will use these things. I'm still doing my nails. I still have them on right now, and I need to redo them probably this coming weekend. But also I don't like doing super fancy nails because they take so long doing them on myself. And it's kind of a waste of materials to just do them constantly. Are we getting somewhere? Are we almost there? Look at how low res but amazing this emote is. It's definitely a style. That is a very deep hat. But it's fine. Should we put a band on it? Hat band on the hat, maybe? It's still on pen. See if I can just like, whoop. Nope, not that talented. Whoop. Nope, still a little messy. Whoop. It helps when you make the noise. Like, that's an actual thing. You gotta make the noise. Do like a little band thing. I don't know. However hats work. How do you make hats happen? Seems like a thing. Details be details be details. Okay, we'll do some stuff. Change this. No, you brat. Cade. And hat. Hopefully, This is all I'll need. Let us pray. One pin. Let's grab our yellow. Cade layer. Going to be smart this time and do some outlining before I do fill. Just to maybe save myself a little bit of cleanup. Very careful with the tips. The little pointy edges tend to spill over. Outside, we'll still do the dark background check when done. With these smaller ones, I always just do it at the end. On bigger pieces, I will keep the back layer dark and also have a light layer, so I can just toggle between the black and white as needed depending on which colors I'm working with. Hat. Color should hat be? Gray, maybe, so it stands out a bit. Because, you know, gotta be classy AF for LARPing later. This way it'll look good on both dark mode and light mode. Because I'm pretty sure Twitch still doesn't have the comfy setting that I like in so many other apps. Like Twitter. It's like cozy or comfy. It's what a lot of trendy writers are calling the design now. It's like right between medium and dark, but for people who suffer from high contrast issues like me, basically like when the extremely bright or extremely dark causes a bunch of vision issues, like things just kind of blur together because a bright is too bright on a dark background. It's not a condition, it's just a thing. The setting right in the middle is usually the best, whether you're in the light or dark. And not everybody has it. They have a light and a dark mode. Why not have the medium? Why not the medium? Not everybody likes rare steak or well done steak. Medium will usually suit everybody in the middle. No, I didn't enlarge my brush. I like having gaps that I need to fill later. Why would I be smart? I am a potato. This is why there is no camera. I am just an intelligent potato. Please do not report me to the FBI or Men in Black. Just a smart potato. As potatoes go. What color should the band be? Red? 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 Could keep with her colors and do like the pinks. It's kind of a coral color. I think I want actual like red. Red. Or we could go darker gray. Because that would work too. How does red look? So if I use red here, I could match this red with the Volm stack. So I guess that's fine. It'll be fine. Oh my god. I hate when I click just outside the renaming bounds. Of course we're gonna shade things. Of course we're gonna shade things. Why wouldn't we shade things? Okay, so for this, I'm not going to change the outline color on any of that, because I want everything to be really distinct, like foreground, background. So this will stay dark. But we need to do like a hair shadow color, which that's close to the line. I'm trying to make sure it's not as gold, because she has champagne kind of colored hair. That looks more gray. So we'll just do the thing here. Should actually be deeper in here. Okay. It's assuming there's like the different layers of the ear, but again, keeping it lower detail. So shadow, got that, darker. Seems good. So here, this is all underside. So this is just kind of for highlighting purposes. That way the different pieces will stand out. This is kind of a OG weeby coloring technique that you see a lot of in any kind of comic art really, where like the edges seem like they're glowing to make them stand off the page. Exact same concept. Like a lot of the things that I do for digital painting, even the simple stuff like this, are still from traditional techniques. I absorbed so much about how comic art was created back when I actually cared, when I was in classes and things for design. Nothing crazy, just fun elective stuff. Tried to learn as much as I could about different schools of art and design. It's because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And go in here with the eraser, do a little more cleanup. Which now looks even better now that I've remembered that you can change the eraser setting off pencil. Because I thought it was just the brush setting. And again, I'm very high IQ. The light is kind of coming down at an angle, so I'm making this a little brighter. And again, all this artifacting will go away. It's not an actual part of the piece. Very distinct. That will absolutely stand out. I'm not entirely sure about the use case for this. Yeah, you're shocked at how fast this is going. Exactly. Like, do you do any sketching or anything as well? I don't even mean like, yeah, I sketch in my sketchbook every day. I mean like literally like once a year, twice a lifetime kind of thing. Like, if it's something that you enjoy doing, if you've ever used a traditional tablet, like, these tablet displays are the shit. I never got one because Cintiqs were always so expensive, and after them, I think Wacom was the next company that really started pooping out the different models, but the price point was always just not worth it. Like, yeah, I barely draw, I'm not a professional. Also the space for them and occasionally the mounting, like you can get really cool tray style swing arms, so you like lay them flat so you could really draw on them like paper. Like those are cool to get. Just not really that practical when you're not drawing that often. But oh my god, for just randomly thinking like, hey, I should look into this and see how much they are now. I'm very glad I did. XP Pen was actually the first tablet brand that I picked up because it was emergent off of Deleter, which was like a huge doujinshi comic art brand for paper and different artist tools. Like their inks were amazing. Like their black was holy shit tier. And yeah, it turns out like XP Pen displays, most artists use them when they're not on a Cintiq or an iPad. That's the other thing, I would never just like buy an iPad to doodle. It could be good for games and stuff, but yeah, I don't need it, so why bother? I have a perfectly good laptop and phone, and PC's still trying. It's doing its best. Until fucking crypto miners stop buying up all the video cards ever. Probably should have smoothed some of this out a little earlier, but it's okay. Too far. So whenever I zoom in, I always find stuff. Doesn't matter how careful I was, I just always find stuff. built this PC for D3. Yeah, that was my old laptop. I bought my old laptop with my first Blizzard bonus check. If you ever see Grey King in here, he's the friend of mine at work who helped me figure out exactly which laptop would be best for price and able to run D3 and pretty much anything else at the time. Except for Crisis, of course. Fuck that. That stuff look all okay. Yeah. Yeah. A little laggy. I should save just to... I'm really good about not saving. Even though this has a literal save button on the screen, I just always forget. Let's do more shadow here, now that we have some stuff. For a little more accent. Because I don't really have much else going on with this thing. It's a very fast emote. Okay, so on here, let's do like a darker gray, paint bucket, background. And just kind of mouse around a little. Nope. Sometimes I can tell which layer it is, especially when the colors are this distinct. No. Stop it. No! Stop it! What did I dot on? What did I dot on? Shadow? That's a shadow layer. Rude. It's always the pale colors, I swear. See? Gray looks fine. Red looks fine. It's the blonde ass cat. Small correction. That angle wasn't quite right. That should be a whole lot better. Found another gap. Despite my care with outlining. Let's go over it again. Better safe than transparent. drives me nuts. Especially when you get like completely done with something already uploaded, only to find an issue. Such little gaps. Things that absolutely no one will notice, but would drive me crazy. Like, who would have noticed that? No one. Because it's gonna be like that big. If at all. Okay. I think that we have overanalyzed this enough. Let me make sure the corner here is alright. Yep, that was a gap too. And more gaps. It's always the blonde. Why I did choose blonde character. Why is this my life now? Why am I always cleaning up after cats? The corner's good. Everything else seems okay. Remember that time when I was like, I'll outline just to make sure there aren't any gaps? Well, fuck me, I guess. I kind of want to change the shadow to match the rest. Easy enough, right? Allegedly. And the lag. Thanks, Photoshop. I appreciate it. Bedtime! Yeah, that's alright. I think I'm about done with tonight's stream anyway. I was just doing some random oddball thingies. Just to show like how quickly you can work on one of these. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, this is from a totally novice artist and it's still so easy to pick up. Thank you, Nine, and have a very good night. And I'm going to select everything. Copy merged. Gotta be merged. Gets me every time. Oh, why? Why is the layer empty? This... Did the copy merged? Why do you hate me? Is it just that big? Am I being dumb? I think I'm being dumb. Because I have this blown up very much. Yeah. Big brain! It's fine. I'm the dumb one. Okay, now this is for the Twitch version, so we want it maximized. Holding shift, that way it doesn't get stretched. And just centering as much as possible. Yeah, I want to make sure the top of the tail doesn't get cropped for any reason, making sure that the sides of the hat are nice and spaced. That looks good to me. Hat. And same deal here. These are going to end up being not the same. These are all saved. They're ready to be uploaded to Discord and eventually Twitch. But I think that's all for now. I'm going to chill out, take the headset off, watch some of my favorite garbage YouTube reactors, and yeah, I may or may not get started on my VTuber art tonight and just keep the backlog of emotes for whenever I need a break from it. So thank you for tuning in, you guys. And hopefully those of you who are out there learning how to do Photoshop will be able to take some basic tips from this. Of course, it's nothing complicated. The art can be as complex or as simple as you like for emotes. Just make sure that your contrast is nice and dark so that features stand out and different pieces will stand out. And keep in mind exactly which aspect ratio and resolution you're going to end up with, because things like Discord have a larger format than Twitch for Retina. But also, if you're using them as like reactions in Discord, they get very, 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 very small, as well as on the PC client. So just preview things before you make them final, and everything will be okay. But I will see you guys next time. Take care, and have a good night, morning, evening, wherever